Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Finally, rocking and rolling. How was your weekend? We are going to break down the markets, right? So the dollar, the Russell, the S&P, the Nasdaq. We'll go over the Dow. We'll talk about crypto. Uh, Man, there has been an absolute crypto mania lately. Uh, First and foremost, from everything I've read online, don't be stupid. Just gonna leave it there at that. If you bought Haktua coin and you lost money, it's not her fault. It's no one's fault, but literally your own for putting your money in something you knew nothing about. Uh, Sick back. Yeah, everyone said, or not everyone. Actually, a couple people said I should do away with the green screen. It would look more professional. I don't usually like giving away my layout or anything, but anyway, it's all her fault. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I don't know if she rug pulled anybody, but a creator known for that. They're like, not a business background, nothing, no utility, nothing. We're just gonna make a coin, and you thought that's my due diligence. We're good to go, and then so you bought it, and then your money went down. People want her to be thrown in jail. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff. Let's just jump into the stream. Let's break down the markets just in general, and we'll get to the crypto side of things here in a second. What you should have done is just been following me. This is not financial advice. Very close to giving it. Had you been on the stream where I bought XRP for just a little over $1, you would have almost tripled your money. It's not bad. Anyway, $35,000 to $2. That sounds awesome. All right, so looking at the dollar, I am still short the dollar. It bounced right here. I wanted to go lower. I'm looking at that to turn over and head down. Don't you know it's always someone else? All right, so I am short the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. Just need this thing to continue on. Keep on keeping on. What I don't want is to kind of hold right here and turn around. At that point, I will have to get out. If it breaks above, kind of like this breakdown candle, I'm going to go ahead and get out. What I really want ultimately is just to really just break down and get to that lower level. All right, Bitcoin. The awesome part about Bitcoin is we've hit the 100,000 mark. Okay, Nat, we've hit it, we've seen it, and it's done exactly what I said was going to happen. From my point of view, at least, because the second it hit 100, there was just not a lot of hype about crypto in general. Everybody in it was watching it go up. We were excited, and then it hit 100,000, and then everyone's posting on Facebook, and then all of a sudden it's Bitcoin at 100K, XRP, this and that. You're buying meme coins. There is Pepe the Frog coin. There is Rug Pull coin, Haktua coin. There at one point there was a coin called Scam Coin. I don't know if there even is a court case if you lost all your money on a coin called Scam Coin. I don't know what it would take for you guys to how many red flags do you need? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm really bothered by how many people are losing money on some of the absolute dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. Fart coin is up 50% today. Doesn't even faze me anymore. Like, yeah, I don't mind it. I hope everyone makes money, but if you're up on anything like that, I would consider locking it in, because the most important thing I can tell you guys, so as you get started on this, is you can't count it till it's in your hands. Full stop. I don't care how much you're up. You're watching a number go up and down on a screen. If that really gets you excited, gets things exciting in the bedroom, go get a calculator. Close your eyes, start punching some buttons. Right? That number's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. All right? Problem solved. And your money, you can get a cheap calculator, Walmart, for $3. Okay? Big screen. If you just like watching numbers go up and down, there's a million other things you can do other than go to the stock market or a crypto mania and start putting your money in. Don Front coin, let's do it. Ready to make a 20K rug pull. I couldn't live myself on that one at all. All right. Anyway, Bitcoin finally hit that 100K mark, and that's what I was thinking. It would do that because everyone's heard Bitcoin to 100,000 for how long now? It's like nonstop. It's repetitive, but now it finally did. So now I think it's starting to wake people back up. Ears are perking up, like, hey, what's going on over here? So it's starting to wake things back up. We're seeing the altcoin sector right now. as long as Bitcoin keeps making these higher lows, I'm very curious if there is a top for a while. And we've seen like kind of like this trend line just in general. We get a little excited, we pull back, and again, it'll pull back to here. It'll pull back to 75,000. Everyone will say Bitcoin's dead. You should have sold at the top. You should have done it's. You should have done this or that. And everyone will all of a sudden be an expert. The experts you're seeing online right now who bought Hawk Tuah coin will soon be the experts on how you should have sold Bitcoin at 100K because it dropped down 20%. And then, what we would like to see is it just kind of continue it on back up. I threw my darts. I said 107 was going to be the top. Nobody actually knows. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. It would not mean anything regardless. If it 107, it sold off. It's cool to say on stream one time, and then you just gotta move on. After it drops back down, everyone will say Bitcoin to 150, probably, and then to 200. Now there are some important changes to crypto. Okay, with Gary Gensler being gone, it was very obvious. I don't care about what you think about politics, right? But it was very clear. Crypto really did depend on this presidency. One favored it a lot more than the other one, and we're kind of already seeing some changes right now. It's headlines. We know Gary Gensler's leaving in January. He was not a fan. We're putting in a lot of people that are. I do think some of the crypto people are getting a little excited about that. They think they're just gonna come in office day one and start writing laws like you gotta own it. I don't know if that would be a buy the rumor, sell the news situation on this, or if it'll just be a more favorable world. I will say, as it stands right now, hang on, didn't know you were into crypto. Have you just not watched any of my live streams? I buy Bitcoin and Ethereum every week. Now, I got really excited about Bitcoin when it hit 16,000 because I saw institutions were hedging with it. Bigger money. I care about bigger money, not what people are doing on Facebook. Once I saw they were hedging the dollar with Bitcoin, I got really excited about it a long time ago. But right now, so when people jump in the stock market, they think you're trapped by this PDT rule, pattern day trader rule. You can take 3 day trades in a rolling 5 days. Now, they made that because people suck so bad at trading, it started to affect the economy. They're just giving their money away. And right now, that's what I see coming up for crypto. You think crypto's fun right now? Crypto is still in its infancy stage. It's still technically the wild, wild west. They're going to lay down the law, and you guys aren't going to like it anymore. Hang on, it says I'm reconnecting. It's weird. Anyway, PDT is a rule that got put in place because people needed to slow down. And the way I see things going with these meme coins and how stupid it is, you can copy and paste the code and create a coin. My buddy did it in literally a couple minutes. He did it on stream to show you how easy it is to create a coin. Okay, what do you think scammers are going to do? That is a paradise for them right now. Not saying do it. I'm sure the FBI is hot on your trail, but either way, that's where they live. And eventually, what's going to come out of this, when you guys think it's a crypto-friendly world, it is going to be the mom and dad are here, and you guys need to play with a different set of rules because it's for your own good. So I don't think anyone's going to chill. That would be my advice. If you want it to stay the way it is, everyone needs to shut up. Like, I'm serious. You start buying Hawk Tuah coin, Pepe coin, scam coin. There was Chill Guy coin or something like that. No real actual coins, but everyone's buying them, losing money on it, complaining. And you start filing all these complaints, it's only going to lead to the public they're just too dumb for their own good. PDT helps when they think it hurts them. Yeah, it does. If you can't make money with three trades, what makes you think you can do it with 3,000? So that's the only thing I actually do think is coming up in the crypto world is we're about to get another rule that, and I don't care because I don't really participate in a lot of the pump and dump stuff. I didn't buy XRP until I realized what it's going to be. I have a whole video on XRP. Now this is on multiple platforms right now, but if you go to YouTube on Don Franz Show, I literally just made a video about why I bought XRP and why I liked it. And it wasn't up here; it was down here. So if you did that, well, your outcomes are a lot better than the Hawk Tuah coin. And right now it's doing the same thing again. Looks like it's basing out for another move up. So if you're asking, is XRP worth it? Go watch that exact same video. The only thing that changes is the numbers on the right. It's setting up the exact same pattern. I would put my stop at 210, which means if it breaks that, it automatically sells my position and I'm out. I like being on the gain train when the gain train's rolling. When it turns around, that's my stop. I'm out. You guys can lose. You do whatever you want with your money. I don't care. Yeah, and again, I'm not really one to talk. I spend a lot of money on fireworks. 4th of July is like my holiday. And it literally is turning my money into fire, but I get cool colors out of it. Some people like watching it just turn red. I don't know. You do you. Anyway, I do still like XRP. I wanted to buy it more down here, but it does kind of look like, I've mentioned it before, I'm going to add on, and it looks like I'm going to have to probably do that now. Who wants to make 3,000 trades in a day? People think trading is all exciting when it's really boring. Oh, it is. And I've said, I know you guys have heard that a lot if you've been here for a while, but I've been on YouTube since 2017. I've been trading for the last 12 years. As of January, colors have never changed. It's been the same thing every time. All right, jumping into the S&P. Futures opened up right now. We've done absolutely nothing. And right now, this is probably going to be our last real week of any kind of volume or trading. I mean, banks, they're 1 foot out the door. There's some window dressing for portfolios when they send out that final report for the year. There's just not a lot of big money moving around, and you're going to see me significantly slow down as far as trading goes. If you're following my trades, I'm still going to post it. Still going to sell calls on AMD. We jumped ahead because I should have broke down Mara. I'm watching Mara a lot. Added to that, is Santa going to bring Tesla to 420 this week? We are going to look at that. I do want to bring up, let's see if we have any news this week. Any of the letters. Hang on. Let me bring it down here. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. So Monday, nothing. Tuesday, normal oil report. Wednesday, we have CPI and inflation reports. Let's see. Thursday, PPI. So we got the letters. That's it. Your normal Wednesday and Thursday, which is this is pretty typical. Probably won't move much unless we get an absolute surpriser on any one of these reports. So I don't know. I would just, going into the year end like that, this is the things I would be thinking about is it worth it? I'm not saying pull out and go cash, but the moves they start to get weird. I wish there was a way to explain it. Just tell me when Palantir is going to have a red candle. Let's talk about Mara and Palantir real quick because those are annoying. Mara is just sideways. Now, I've been accumulating more. I told you guys I was going to go hard if it ever pulled back down to 18 again. But each time it dips down to here, I just keep wanting to buy it. And I'm in no sold calls right now on any of my accounts. I had the 28s and the 30s, which means if it went above 28 or 30, I was going to sell my shares in theory at that price. But all I did was I just collected a bunch of money off that. So I still have all my shares. The only thing I'm interested now in selling is probably the 33 strike, but I want that to go up. Mara could, if Bitcoin is all of a sudden, jumps up from 99 to 105, Mara will jump up to $30, $31. Once it pumps up that much, then I'll look to sell a call. And lately it's been on Wednesday. Wednesday's been and here's the past couple Wednesdays. You can see them here on the chart. That's when I'll sell. In fact, that's the last 3 Wednesdays. And for anyone if you're a part of the Patreon, then you've noticed my alert comes out on Wednesday. It's just coincidence because Mara shoots up and then I sell a call against it. I want the gamblers to come in and then I'll get their money. Anyway, it's the difference in being the slot machine and being the person at the slot machine. If you have any questions on that, just make sure you're asking in the comments down below because I will, as the end of year does roll out. Oh, it's here. You'll see I still have to make YouTube content. I quit making videos on Don Project. I really slowed down. I got burnt out for a while. And guys, I didn't set out to be a YouTuber. Actually, I made videos about the earth being flat, like sarcastic videos. Please don't ever accuse me of thinking that. I did a gender reveal with explosives. It was just fun making videos. People found out I was a trader, and I got tired of repeating myself. So I just started making videos. Did lead to burnout, so I have to jumpstart the channel back up. But Uh, I need more for the end of the week since trading's not going to be there. I'm going to use this time to do more lesson stuff. So I need just more questions. It's been a long time since I've been around the basics. Don blowing stuff up. Way cool. It was a pink explosion for a girl. All right. Anyway, S&P, nothing. Let's do I have my give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to bring up our expected moves real quick. What is a type 2? You better stop. Watch my perfect entry types video, which you already have. Don't even try that. All right, as far as the NASDAQ goes, we're opening up green, all-time highs again just here Sunday night. This will be the normal path. If we are up, if we have a super green Monday, I might take that turnaround Tuesday play. I might just go short. Maybe nothing I do will move the needle in any way, and I hope I'm really giving that away for you guys attitude-wise. There is nothing I'm going to be in that's going to really do anything to the account. That's just kind of how it is at the end of the year. I want to pull up the expected moves so we can see what the markets are even pricing in. Am I going to be up before noon? I'll think about it. Fun fact, I got to bed at 7 a.m. this morning. I was working in my office, and honestly, I thought it was 1 a.m. Not going to lie. It was wild. The sun started coming up. I was like, oh, so it's not 1 a.m. That's interesting. Give me 1 second. We're going to pull this up. What is Friday's? Speaking of Tesla, looks like the markets are expecting a $27 move for Tesla. So we got $6.30 for SPY. The NASDAQ is expected to move $7.60. IWM, the Russell is $5. We'll go, and Grandpa Dow. Grandpa Dow's been very sideways. $5.30. Palantir. How wild is that Palantir is a $5.70 move? Oh, hang on. YouTube, you're not seeing this. Yeah, this software on YouTube is not showing the. 1 second, guys. There we go. Palantir can burn. All right, now everyone should be on the same page. This is what I'm looking at right here. Now, what I'm looking at is the expected move. What market makers have assigned the risk for everybody that already has their money on the table. So that's what we're looking at, and more than likely, we're going to stay inside that range this week. So Palantir $5.71, Nvidia $5.97, Microsoft $9.34. Meta $21. This is a plus or minus, right? Could go up $21, down $21. Let's see. Intel $1.30, Google $4.70, Ford 40 cents, Grandpa Dow we already talked about, Amazon $6.70, AMD $5.74. That's one we need to look at right now. $5.74. Give me 1 second, because that's one you will probably get an alert tomorrow morning when I sell a call. I was thinking the 144s. It's a 22 delta. Yeah, I'll probably sell the 144s tomorrow, so hopefully that pops up a little bit. So what that means is where I have 100 shares. So when I sell this call, I'll collect $80, and as long as it's below 144, I keep the guy's money. That's him with his little coin purse, putting it in, pulling the lever. Now, if AMD in theory goes above 144, I would sell my shares to him at 144, and I would keep the $80. I won't. I'll roll it. I'll keep his money anyway, and we'll roll. So I keep the shares. But when you buy it cheap, sell it at 144. My two options are I make a little bit or I make a little bit more. Like that, it's just not a bad spot to be in. Something I really wish everybody did know more about. Maybe they wouldn't buy things like Hawk2a coin. All right, let's look at Tesla real quick. Tesla is in a zone. By all trading metrics, that should probably be a short. I'm not. I don't know if anyone should. I'm willing to take bets. If you guys want to give me some profits, you want to share some of your profits, I will go short this right now. I have a fantastic track record for shorting Tesla. Now, if you guys are new, if I buy puts and swing them overnight, 97% chance Tesla will announce the robot's coming out tomorrow. Everyone gets one for free. Yeah, it would be that's what would happen, and they just lose all the time. Now, if I day trade it, I win. If I go long, I win. If I swing Tesla puts, that thing's going to gap to probably 550. So I'm willing. If you guys want to do something here, I'm willing. But that's why I'm just not short. In fact, this is my second biggest position in my investment portfolio. I do have puts sold on this, but I am going to up it from the probably from the 280s to the 300s now. So for the next 5 weeks, I have puts sold, which means they're paying me to buy their shares. So if it drops down to 300, I will have to buy 100 shares at 300. Again, I'll keep the money every time. So every week for the next 5 weeks, I'm going to rotate those up. They were the 270s, then the 280s, but I am going to bump it to the 300s for now. What's number one on my portfolio? Meta. I doubled down long every time Don goes short. That's honestly, that would just be, you would be very rich. There are a lot of Haktua coins on Coinbase. There's more than one. Oh gosh, that's terrible. Amazon, I said, was looking strong. Let's just go over the big ones. Some of these do look a little overbought. Amazon does. Tesla does. Let's look at Meta. Meta shot up 3 standard deviations last week. There's a 1% chance that actually happened last week. I would say these do look a little overbought. So that's why, kind of just more confirming now. If tomorrow is green, I will go short for Tuesday. I would need tomorrow to be green for that. If tomorrow's green, everything's overbought, just a little extended. I would go short into Tuesday. I would wait to buy the dip. No reason to not be bullish this stuff. Nvidia's probably more of a dip buy right here on the 139-ish area, 140, 139. If I get in that zone, I don't think that'd be bad. If you might even consider selling the 139 to the 138 puts on Nvidia. At least that way you get paid to buy it. Is Apple doing anything? What a weird stock. Interesting spot for Apple to be basing out like that, though. Google doesn't look overbought. Google doesn't look bad actually, even for a buy right now. Oh, gosh, Palantir. I'm almost half tempted to short Palantir right now. Do you think we have a Minsky moment in 2025? People are getting pretty comfortable with risk. I actually think we're going to crash. So in March, now I've been talking about this for a while. March is around my time point, but I think the stock will crash. Not like the Rona. I think it's gonna be like 2022, where we kind of just grind our way down for a little bit. I try not to fearmonger too much about it. You guys have already heard that speech enough. If you haven't, I've definitely gone over it a lot. But crashes are important. They're very profitable for traders and institutions, right? It's why they do it. Just kidding. I'll take my tinfoil hat off now. But while your 401 gets cut in half, where do you think it went? Alex says, I like it to crash. I hope it does too. You get a better dip buy. You get to short it and make money on the way down. And you get to buy it later and make all the money going right back up. When will I be scaling in puts? When the moment happens or beforehand. So I don't want. If anything, I think I'll be early. It might be May or June. I could see that happening. I think we're gonna start getting some reports around March. We're gonna get job reports. I think it's gonna screw us. I think inflation's gonna tick back up, and that excuse could run rampant. So when it does turn, then I'll lean into puts. Now we saw it along. If you guys were here during the Rona days. So I called this out the day it happened because of what the market did. And I leave it circled. because the market's kind of grinding its way up right here, and then you see it push up. So if you guys ever hear me talk about a volleyball spike, just think about a volleyball spike in general. You got to set it before you spike it. You got to create that exit liquidity. If you are a bigger bank, you have to have somebody buy your shares. So who do you think you're selling to? It's not just magic. There's not just some elf on the other end just buying up all your shares. You have to pump out articles that everything's good, everything's great, stock market all-time highs. You're missing out, and then you start selling into that strength. Eventually it runs out. You got to click market sell and just sell everything. And it drives it down. If we get a move like this, I'll front run into it and then I'll buy puts. But other than that, I'll just wait for the red candle to be followed by another red candle, and we'll be good. Without that move, I don't think I could just jump in short. There'd be no reason to yet. And then if I was wrong and it didn't happen in March, what am I just going to sit short for the rest of my life? That's how you get wrecked. What? No elf? I know, it's weird, right? When you find out what's actually working and how these things do happen. I'd love to see Palantir explode like Tesla did. Palantir's up there. I mean, Palantir is very up there right now. Palantir could afford to chill. And not to be bearish, guys, just because you're not long does not mean go short. When stocks push up like that, they pull over or they pull back. You got to let things cool off one way or the other. And Palantir, I think, is due for that. I remember the Thursday you said, I think there's a problem, and we crashed. Yeah, because that Thursday there was a weird move. If you guys were on that stream, I told you tomorrow, if we sell off, it's bad news bears. Now, I'm 3 for 3 as far as crashes goes on YouTube. I've talked about 3 crashes. We've had 3 crashes. I've talked about all of them the year before it happened. Explained to you every time. This is just how it works. It's a reset switch. There's an excuse. They run away with it, right? You guys panic. You sell all your stuff. That's how they get to buy it. It's what they call smart money. They're up there buying it all later. But there was a move that day that happened. There was no excuses. The market jumped around. Someone big had literally just exited. You can't see this. You can look at the charts, and just because I'm watching them, I noticed we sold off a lot. Not a single excuse. Now, typically when there's a sell-off, somebody's pumping out an article. You pay some little nerd. He writes an article, puts it out. This is why it's selling off. You know, there's a Hindenburg report. There's an exchange there. There's a reason why that news gets put out, right? It's not to tell you anything. They're selling you a story. Anyway, none of that happened. The 2020 crash was the easiest one in the world to call out ever. Usually, the other 2 was not the day of. But when I saw that move and not a single leading excuse being shoved down our throats, that's when I figured, like, oh, this is it. Like, we're kicking it off. And then that's exactly what happened. Friday, then it was that next Friday we sold off. That was the absolute peak. And then we had a lot of fun shorting it on the way down. So if you just learn to just not be emotional, and all this is an exchange of money, again, have an income bias, not a directional bias. Things don't need to go up forever or down forever. They're just going to go up and down. And here's what it looks like in the long term. There's the Rona crash, that little blip, the biggest, fastest crash we've ever seen in history, right there. And it just comes right back up. This is why it's more important now to just not panic when it does happen next year. Hopefully it does. Palantir tripled in the last 4 months. Oh, I know. It's wild. Palantir was supposed to go to 75. No, that was NEO. Retail never lies. When you start seeing stuff on Facebook, right here, it's actually a friend of mine. Now, I swear, if you ask me a question, I will answer every one of them, especially with my friends. It bugs me when they try to, like, not challenge me, but they're like, no, it's supposed to, like, I'm telling you, like, not that I'm definitely way more right than I am wrong. But it was literally this peak right here. He goes, supposed to go to 75. I'm 6 digits in this thing. I'm like, supposed to go to 75? That's how you know the top's in. And it was. Oh, who dat? We have to talk about that. He says time in the market. Yeah, let me tell you what time in the market does. It does this. How's your time in the market now? Bring up another one. Yeah, for everyone out there that says it's time in the market versus timing, how's that time working out for you? We probably just need a little bit more. Anyway, this is what time in the market means. Time in the market versus timing is talking about the S&P 500, not individual stocks, not anything else, not Haktua coin, that's for sure. uh, things that have stood the test of time. And I have to get going because I do have to get to my group. But just I'm going to leave you guys with this fun fact right here. There's been over 100,000 stocks on the market. Okay, there's over 6,000 right now. If we just make nice clean numbers, 100,000 and 6,000, there's a 94% chance you're going to pick the wrong stock and it's going to go to zero. They're all going to hear stocks only go up. It's just you got to stay in, and then you lose all your money. And in some cases, you get to do it twice, like Boeing and Government Motors, GM. Okay, they went bankrupt, which means you lost all your money, and then they listed on the market again. You want to try that again? That was fun, and people did. It blows me away. Anyway, careful with crap like that. If you don't know anything about trading, learn. You got plenty of time to blow up your account and lose all your money. Do that another day. Right now, just learn. Right? I'm on how many platforms? You literally just subscribe. That's free. You want to go anymore? Yeah, you can follow all my trades. You can just join the Patreon. But if you just know literally nothing, this is not financial advice. But what were to happen in theory if you took $5,000, $2,000, you took your savings and you opened up a Robinhood account and you bought SPY? This right here. Now, here's what would have happened had you done it now, let's say you weren't a part of my Patreon. You didn't know, and you bought it at the absolute peak. Your money, your $2,000, it would have dropped 40% in a couple of months. And as long as you didn't panic and then you waited another couple of months, you were back at the break even. Waited a little bit longer and you were up. Okay? That's without touching a single thing. You just buy it, delete the app. That's how you can do it. You go Robinhood, you buy SPY, and then you delete the app. And you check it later. Is this XRP's chart? You wish. Kidding. I will show you XRP's chart just for that sarcastic comment. That was the S&P 500. This is XRP's chart. Yeah. Nothing says overbought quite like that. Also, just kidding. I am an XRP, and a while ago, XRP was considered a scam, or they were going through court. Anyway, won all their cases, everything, cleared it all. This is the Banks coin. This will be how they enter the world that you think is decentralized, and this is how they're going to apply their rules and run the world. If you guys were watching a long time ago, I was on a different channel. I was a guest on a different channel for a crypto channel, and I told you guys, crypto's in its infancy stage. If it's going to be a thing, banks are going to get their hands in it. When they get their little meat hooks in there, then it'll be a thing, and then it won't be so decentralized. But anyway, XRP looks to be the one that'll be leading the way. I think it's going to do a lot of good. So I am holding it. He said, "Oh, well, Brandon, you can't send SPY to a cold wallet." He says, "Don't do that. Send crypto to a cold wallet. There's a thing, not your keys, not your coins. But I was talking about a stock, which you can't do. That would be cool, though. I'd have a lot of papers if they still did paper stocks." Brandon, thanks for showing up, though. I appreciate that. And you're 100% right. Red XRP candle, time to buy more. If it could just drop down to that 230, I am. If it's not down there soon, I'm going to anyway. Yeah. The Wild West needs some shares in town. Yeah, and like usual, they'll be corrupt. Is what it is. Brandon, you just got here. Sorry, because I'm literally just hopping off. For everyone on TikTok, I did break down a lot of things. It's on YouTube as well. So if TikTok just doesn't do the rewind feature, you can on YouTube. You can go rewind it from the beginning. I appreciate everybody that followed. Real quick, if TikTok does go away, I'm telling you right now, it's not. Just going to go ahead and make that statement. If it does, just go to YouTube, Don Fron Show, Don Fron Trading. It's 2 YouTube channels. This Sunday Stock Talk is on both of them. So if you still want the content, it'll still be there. Been here since 2017. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll see you beautiful people probably Wednesday. You'll see me in the meantime, but live again Wednesday. Have a good one.